to be able to adapt faster to newer environments, or do you want to improve your problem solving skills, or do you want to be a more effective person in general? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you have come to the right place. We are going to be learning how to do this in this video, so keep watching till the end because we are also going to see how to solve the most common interview questions. Yes, hello everyone, my name is Shramika. I am an engineer by profession and a seeker by passion. Imagine this, you've just graduated from college and are now heading to a new job. The first thing you'll observe when you are starting your new job is that your co-workers have a very different way to approach problems. The way you approach problems in college is quite different from how they work at problems. It seems like their brains work differently. You'll notice the same thing when you go and live in a foreign country or just go and visit a foreign country. The way people think about stuff is different from how we think in our country in India. Like some nationals might be more relaxed and passionate, while others could be more serious. These thinking patterns are called mental models. A mental model is basically a type of pattern in your brain that you use to solve problems. Mental models are really important. They determine our thoughts determine our actions, and our actions determine our life. The good news is that we all can learn new mental models. Humans have something called as neuroplasticity, which basically means that we can rewire our brains with practice. So let's not wait any longer and let's quickly get started with the different mental models that we all can learn through practice. Cost-benefit analysis involves comparing the positives and the negatives of a decision and to see whether it's worth pursuing or not. This model is the fundamental concept in economics and policy analysis. In layman terms, it is like writing the pros and cons list. Let's take an example. Suppose you have admits from two universities. You will write the pros and cons of each university, give them weightage, and then decide which university to choose from. Suppose University A has more esteemed professors but not so favorable course, and University B has a very future-centric course that is of interest to you but not so popular professors. So you give the weightage to each of these aspects of the universities and then decide which university to pick from for your master. This is called cost-benefit analysis. This can be a very useful method when you have multiple options to choose from. Do give it a try if not already done in some form or another. I'm sure you have heard of the next one, the Pareto principle. It suggests that approximately 80% of the outcomes come from 20% of causes. It's used to prioritize efforts and resources. This principle is named after the famous Italian economist Wilfred Pareto, who showed that 80% of the land in the Kingdom of Italy was owned by 20% of the population. For example, even in our country like India, a large part of the wealth is held by a small percentage of people. Even in our daily lives, you might notice that 80% of the time we wear the 20% of our clothes. This kind of analysis can really help us declutter our houses. Or you might notice that 20% of our friendships or social circle contribute to 80% of our social life. Once we understand this, it is better we nurture those 20% of our relationships. Pay attention to many such cues in our daily lives and make use of this principle to improve our choices. The next one is very interesting. It's called inversion. It involves thinking about the problems backward or in reverse, considering what could go wrong or what not to do to avoid failure. It can be slightly confusing. Let me talk in simpler terms. Like instead of solely focusing on what to do for a better health, think about what unhealthy habits you can avoid. Like for example, you can cut the excessive sugar intake so that there's no weight gain or such related problems. Or you can avoid heavy dinners late at night. Meaning think what can be harmful and work towards avoiding those things. So another example, instead of thinking how to become more productive, consider what wastes your time and how you can eliminate or minimize those time-wasting habits. This could involve reducing distractions or avoiding procrastination, and I have plenty of videos on those. I'm going to link some of them here and add them in the description box as well, so do check them out after this video. So inversion is a valuable mental model that can help us anticipate and mitigate risk. By considering what not to do or what to avoid, we can achieve better outcomes and make more effective choices. Are you loving this video so far? If yes, then don't wait till the end of the video to hit that like button. Do it now. Thank you for doing it. Okay, so now back to mental model number 4, the Dunning-Krueger effect. This cognitive bias describes how people with low competence in certain subjects often overestimate their competence, while experts may underestimate their competence. This was coined by psychologists David Dunning and Justin Krueger. In the realm of technology, someone with minimum computer skills may think they are highly tech savvy. In contrast, the IT professionals who deal with the complex systems and troubleshooting may never consider themselves expert because they know the depth of the field. Similarly, in workplaces, individuals who have been recently promoted to managerial positions or leadership positions might overestimate their leadership skills, leading to ineffective leadership. Experienced managers, on the other hand, know the complexities of the role and as a result may never express that level of confidence. The Dunning-Krueger effect highlights the importance of self-awareness and the need for continuous improvement and learning. It reminds us to be cautious of the bias we might have, the overconfidence we might have, and to respect the skill and talent of the experts. FMY estimation is a method of making rough, quick calculations to arrive at an approximate answer, often used in problem solving and engineering. It is named after the famous physicist Enrico Fermi. This is the most common principle one needs to use in interview questions, especially when asked some vague questions like how many golf balls can fit in a school bus. So here you make use of this principle and give an approximate answer based on the school bus volume, the size of the golf ball. No one's looking for an exact answer here, but only your approach towards answering this question. Now, similarly, when asked how long this project might take, use FMY estimation based on your prior experience of similar projects and dealing with the complexities involved in the project. FMY estimation is a very useful principle to make quick ballpark calculations, where precision is not really essential, but having a rough idea can aid in decision making and planning. Here are some common interview questions that are based on FMY estimation. These interview questions not only assess a candidate's FMY estimation skills but also their problem solving, critical thinking and ability to work with limited information. It is important to explain your thought process as you're arriving at an answer instead of feeling overwhelmed by the question itself. Regret minimization framework. This model encourages making decisions based on what we will regret the least in the future, aiming to minimize the regret in our life. A very simple and personal application of this principle is I make well thought out choices regarding my diet, my exercise and lifestyle. It is because I don't want to regret in the future that I did not take care of my body, because currently I do regret not taking care of my body in my early childhood and early 20s. And I do not want this same kind of regret feeling in my 40s or 50s. Okay, thoda zyada hi personal ho gaya. On a lighter note, travelers use this kind of principle while making their itinerary. They consider the potential regrets of not visiting certain tourist spots and make sure that they do while they are visiting a particular place, helping them create a memorable experience. In a broader sense, we can use this regret minimization framework in all our lives to assess our life goals. We can use this analysis to make decisions based on our values and our long-term fulfillment. So these were the 6 mental models that we all can work on for building for ourselves. Adopting and utilizing these mental models can help us think more critically, solve problems faster, and become more effective in our decision-making skills. They contribute to a well-rounded and an intelligent approach to complex problems. I've also made a video on different biases we all have as humans. Biases are bad mental models that we all must avoid. Do check it out after this video. It's going to be really helpful. Alright, so this is it for this video. Do let me know if you want a part 2 of this video, because I had a blast researching about all of these mental models, and trust me, there's a lot more that can be covered in this umbrella. Do let me know if you liked this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if not done already. Please share with me your thoughts on all of these mental models in the comment section below, and I promise to get back to all of your comments. I have not been doing that recently and I want to change my mental model about that. Okay, so this was it for this video. I'll see you again next week. Until then, happy learning and bye.